Again, I've hit the go live button and then actually immediately was on camera and live. Hi everyone, I have to go pause my backups real quick. It immediately hit with the red square, telling me that the stream's dropping frames. Alright, that should be fixed now. Hi! Welcome. I gotta click post on the tweet. Sorry, the blue sky. The skeet! Okay. Welcome. We had a weird day yesterday, didn't we, folks? Was it us? Was it just me? Am I projecting? Probably. Welcome, though, to a weird, awkward bonus stream, we'll call it, as in it wasn't supposed to happen, for Shadow Generations. Welcome. Last time, we went roaming around looking for chests and screws and bonus things, and we actually got all 96 chests in the game. We finished those up last time. We also S-ranked both acts of Radical Highway and collected the last of the collection keys. So those zeros in the corner, that's not because I haven't found anything, that's because I've spent them all. We didn't, however, find all of the remaining screws in the game, which was frustrating because that delayed the end. Yesterday was supposed to be the finale, but I really needed to 100% the game because I'm crazy. So the floor texture is shifting a bit. Huh? I don't see. Oh, I see it. I see it. Is that just weird, like... Oh, are there shadow effects on these, like, floating, shard things? Like the cracked sky? Is that what that is? I bet that looks better on not Switch, probably. And yes, that's a shadow. I've been playing as him the whole time. So, this time, I looked up the last 4 screws that we have. I Googled those. I wrote down their locations in vague terms in the mild hope that, I would forget and have to go looking around. But no, I know exactly where all of them are. It's kind of hoping I'd have a vague idea, but I still have to search a little bit. And no. We are simply rushing straight to these. So, here at the beginning, we are going to use my newfound knowledge to get these last 4 screws. Then we're gonna hand those over to Orbot and Qbot and see what happens with the rocket that they've been trying to build all game. So the first one is over here at Sunset Heights. I think it's just behind this here building. So very corner of the world. I would have found that probably naturally if I were trying to look for them organically on the stream, just because like my first step would have been to just cover the entire perimeter. So there's one. I know I have 2 in my inventory. I had one from yesterday that I did not redeem. We've got another one, I believe in the castle over here, where you fight Metal Overlord. It's right here. Also, honestly, fairly reasonable. They are just behind a lot of things. I probably would have walked in the first floor here and just run around all the pillars. So that's 2. And then the last 2 are actually both in roughly the same place. And they are in the cavern where you go to fight Mephiles. So Anya, you were right to tell me to look in the underground area when I was still looking for the chests. There weren't any chests left, but there were some screws. And one of them I'm kind of embarrassed I didn't get, honestly. So, right here, there's this squiddy bit on the ceiling, and apparently I just never engaged with it. You just jump on that and, wow, you don't even have to like do anything. That was scripted. I hit it and then it immediately shot me to that spring. That's silly. I didn't even have to swim manually into that. I just had to do the homing attack and it shot me into that. So that's the third one of 4 that we were missing. And then the other one is also here. We do have to kind of manually go through a little bit of the stage here. Wee. And it is behind this. I guess when I came in here before, every time I just went straight for the purple sludge and went forward. No, there's just a thing sitting here. And there you go. I have all the screws now. 5 minutes into the stream. Very anticlimactic, but the existence of this awkward stream is that anyway. Thankfully, I did save the Devil Doom fight.
Out of my way.
So we'll get some little sense of finality. It wasn't just about the screws. Can you imagine me streaming for literally 5 minutes to show this? Because I would, is the thing. Time to talk to the morons. You know it, baby. After we hand this over, there's 2 more things on the docket. We've got to fight Devil Doom, and then I'd also like to read Gerald Robotnik's diary. We'll do that right after this. So I sure hear that this thing is gonna be a bit of a joke. All right, hand over the last of the 80 screws. Hand over these 5. Hey, these'll work. Thanks. Perfect.
Excellent.
It added some yellow. Oh joy, oh rapture. I'm always saying this. The rocket is finally complete. Is it just a cuckoo clock? Did you not build a rocket?
Yep.
And there's the little flicky bird. It looks just like a clock.
Sorry, no.
Egad, it's because it is a clock. So much for our Flicky Island vacation. Well, at least we got to see one Flicky in the end. Virtual reality supporting me remix. That's it. I did not know the actual punchline, but I knew it sure wasn't actually a rocket. I thought they were gonna crash. That's what I expected. I thought they were gonna build a rocket and then like crash into the peak of this castle or something. I did not mean to use chaos control. Guys, are you feeling okay? All that work to build a rocket, only to get a clock in a timeless void. I didn't put that irony together, that's good. Now how are we supposed to get home? And that's what they got. So I think I got one thing per 20 screws. So 20 screws is really just equivalent to like one of the chests, which is a pretty terrible investment. All right, that's done. That wasn't worth it. But now we have completed the collection. That sounded awkward because I was gonna say we have completely finished it, but those are slightly redundant with each other. All right, folks. I want to read me a diary. This I am genuinely very interested in. This is going to be a fun little lore dump that I'm pretty sure is going to culminate in Gerald's descent into... I don't think this was here before I finished the clock. Hello. It's just a flicky that makes noises. All right. Art. Yeah! Invasion of privacy! All right. So, I'm pretty sure this is like his whole journal with a bunch of different fun lore things in it, and I think it's gonna culminate in the final pages of the diary that we see in Adventure 2, where he's gone insane. So, this is gonna be a more complete, heartbreaking journey of what happens to Gerald, I think. All right, here's the front cover. Property of Gerald Robotnik. Oh, why does this have airplane controls? I hit up and it scrolls down. I hit down and it scrolls up. All right. From Archival and Requisitions Department to Commander Abraham Tower. That's the new canonical name of the gun commander from Shadow the Hedgehog. Commander, your request for tangible evidence of the Ark incident 50 years ago produced very little results. Your predecessor was quite thorough in erasing the cover-up operation. Oh, this is already good. I'm already interested in However, Professor Gerald Robotnik's personal diary managed to survive. Ironically, we have Dr. Eggman to thank for finding it at all. This journal was recovered during the investigation of Dr. Eggman's stronghold following the latest incident with the Ark. Unfortunately, time and tragedy have not been kind to the journal. What you're holding now is all that remains of the original book. I'm afraid there is no way of recovering the missing pages, nor can I restore the damaged or redacted elements. It's a pity, as I would have very much liked to have had greater insight into Gerald and Maria's lives, too. Regards, T. Okay. This is an official... This is a gun official, but it's just labeled T. I've seen talks that, there's like some lady with purple hair in the background of one of the Tales Tube YouTube videos who has just repeatedly shown up in the background of stuff since then, and I've seen people say, this must be her. I don't know if that's true or if there are further hints here. Oh, is he holding baby Maria? Oh my god, those are Gerald's two sons. Entry number 42. I take great pride in my research and discoveries. Few men are labeled a genius in their own time, but nothing compares to my pride in my boys, blank and blank. They both graduated summa cum laude, and in record time, no less. They'll have their doctorates in no time. It seems my passions for archaeology and robotics are split between them, but I guess that's what makes them chips off the old block. Oh, I cannot wait to see what boons they bring to the world. Entry 162. Okay, well, if this were genuinely compiling multiple pages of the diary, 42 and 162 wouldn't be this close. I can't believe how much time has passed. It feels like yesterday I was celebrating my boys becoming men, and now I'm a grandfather. Her name is Maria, and she is perfect in every way. She brings a smile to everyone's face, and everyone falls in love with her the moment they lay eyes on her. If nothing else, she is my legacy. Everything I do from this day forward, I do for her. That's sad already. Angel Island. Entry 170. I deciphered the engravings on an ancient ring I found on a previous dig in the blank blank jungle. And calculated the location of a fabled flying paradise. I went alone. The Mystic Ruins jungle? Probably. I went alone to verify my findings and was rewarded with the spectacle of an angelic island. That's, I write in cursive. I read these without zooming in because I didn't notice I could. Only I possess this amazing power. I'm mostly zooming in for the benefit of the audience. Like, I could read this, but also the Switch resolution is not amazing, so. The land was vast, lush, and hosted a number of biomes in close proximity to each other. By the way, welcome, Kiwi Asparagus. I believe I could see an entire floating city at one point. Most majestic of all was a shrine devoted to what appeared to be a massive gemstone, emerald. Could this be the legendary Master Emerald? I dared not approach or overstay my welcome. As much as I wanted to explore every inch of the island, I felt it was a sacred land. Just setting feet on its soil felt taboo. I don't know if any civilization remains. The land is last and my stay was brief, but the majesty of that emerald and shrine will stay with me for the rest of my life. And by this time, Knuckles would have been the only one on the island, but he's too young, so... Where are Knuckles' parents? How was Knuckles born? I don't know. But as far as the Vand is last, did I say that? Tell me I didn't say that. As far as we know, there are no echidnas on the island at this point. Entry 185. What if I told you that you probably read this message wrong? I mean, I can lie. Oh, no. I'm about to embark on the most ambitious project of my life. The Earth's first orbital space colony will be the 9th wonder of the world. It will be a place of science, researching all manner of ways to improve our home below. Seeing as it is a vessel meant to preserve life amid the harshness of space, I have christened it the Ark. It shall be a vessel to pass on the value of life and peace to the next generation. And while most of the megastructure will be hidden within the base planetoid, I may have gone a little self-indulgent in the design. Thank you for acknowledging it. There's some of the Ark scientists there. We only get to see 2 of them. The only real concern is the source of the funding. While the United Federation supports us, most of the financing is coming from bleep, gun. I have no illusions about what they'll want, but I'm building the Ark to preserve life, not end it. While I have my concerns, I am a genius, so I'm sure I'll figure something out when the time comes. Okay, he built the Eclipse cannon specifically for gun in exchange for their funding. I'm glad we have official confirmation of that, because that's always been the headcanon, but that's gotta be what it is. And maybe he justifies it to himself after he, whoa, that's a crazy page there. Maybe he justifies it to himself after he talks to Black Doom and is like, well, at least it can kill these guys if needed. Entry 389. Life and work aboard the Ark has been exciting, for good and for ill. He writes so big he uncursives, that's true! For good and for ill. As a positive, we've acquired one of the legendary Chaos Emeralds for our research. They're said to have unlimited power, and preliminary tests suggest some effect on space-time, bending reality to one's will. Imagine the possibilities. Sadly, Blank is doing just that, but in all the wrong ways. Gun is doing just that. Their desire for weapons research is becoming increasingly overt and decreasingly polite. I used my clout to get a direct line to the president to ask for him to intervene. He said he would, but then asked for something equally obscene. He wants me to discover a means to immortality. I aim to improve life, not pervert it. Everything gives way to entropy. The concept is laughable, as intangible as a shadow. I refused him outright. In retrospect, perhaps I could have been more diplomatic about it. I find myself on edge. Political pressures aside, I'm told Maria is sick with no clear diagnosis. I wish I could look into it myself, but I'm needed aboard the Ark. Hopefully this will pass and she'll recover soon. She's too precious to be left to suffer. That's interesting that the US government are the ones who asked him for the immortality research. So that already is a surrendering of his principles that he's justifying to himself because he's gonna try and use that to save Maria. Oh, this is interesting. I really like this. That is just an X. Don't know what that is. The all-powerful blah blah. The blah held the power to bind a soul. He blah destroy the everything app. Thank you. X. The all-powerful. Okay. To destroy the entire. Not sure what that is. Next one. Entry 402. I've uncovered a most interesting specimen from the warehouse. It was first recovered by my son, who became quite the archaeologist. I believe it to be some sort of puppet or robot made by an ancient people. Was that the guy from Frontiers in the X picture? Like one of the ancients? I don't know. It was first recovered by my son, who became quite the archaeologist. I believe it to be some sort of puppet or robot made by an ancient people. Oh! They already had the artificial chaos? At first I didn't think anything. Oh, no. This is gonna be, Emerald. This is gonna be the Geyzoid. At first I didn't think anything of it, but when I was experimenting on the blah blah, it began to move. This suggests the possibility that even the ancient civilizations could harness the power of the Chaos Emeralds. When I was researching various papers related to the blah blah Chaos Emeralds and this robot, I discovered that there was a possibility that this robot was something incredible. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but this robot may be the cause of the destruction of the fourth great civilization. I'm not sure I believe it just yet, though. The fourth great civilization is a concept that was mentioned in Sonic Battle, I believe. Entry 107. Okay, yeah, that's a picture of Emerald. I'm no longer able to ignore the possibility that the robot did, in fact, destroy the fourth great civilization. I've discovered a stone tablet, blah, blah, much. According to the tablet, falls from the heavens and is joined. All that exists will be blah, blah, blah. Though it is difficult to believe, it has been watching my movements. I was amazed by my reams and reams, my most powerful weapons ever restored. Okay. So, not going too far into the Emerald lore, but there's a lot of secrets. Entry 428. It has been a trying time, to say the least. Maria was diagnosed with neuroimmunodeficiency syndrome. Earl. There is no cure. Yet. I pulled some strings and had her brought aboard the Ark for treatment and assessment. The low-gravity environment should help keep her symptoms manageable. Her family has been less than enthusiastic with my decision. Despite everything, she remains the most positive person in the room. Most of the staff have left their families back on Earth, so I worried she'd feel lonely. Instead, she's become the adoptive daughter of every researcher on the Ark. Moreover, she's become like a big sister to little Abraham, the Ark's happy little accident over the last few years. Oh, he was born on the Ark? Ah, I didn't know that. Did we know that? I guess that would that's the most reasonable explanation for why he's there, right? Maria was brought aboard for a specific purpose. Otherwise, there wouldn't be kids, right? The president keeps prompting me with his quest to unlock the mysteries of life. That's a reference to the Eggman theme in Shadow the Hedgehog. Yes, he's the guy in the Shadow game. Yeah, little Abraham, our boy Commander Abraham Tower, which was his name that Ian Flynn gave him in the Archie comics, but was not canon to the main timeline until this game. They let Ian Flynn write this, so he was like, yeah, I'm bringing that over. It's a little weird to keep calling this guy the Gun Commander. Perhaps with his funding and clout, I can find a means to cure Maria while chasing that shadow. What are you working on here? I don't... Oh, artificial chaos. Okay. He's building this. I wonder if this is actually gonna... Are the artificial chaos gonna kind of be a precursor to the real Project Shadow? He's gonna start by building robots that mimic one of the great civilizations he was talking about. Entry 515. Gunn has dropped all pretense and is demanding weapons research in exchange for continued funding. I promised the president I'd begin work on Project Shadow, but even he can't get them to back down. It appears I have a gun to my head on the matter. Ho ho. Years ago, I discovered records of an ancient god of destruction called Chaos. It was said to command the fury and force of the ocean, or something to that effect. I've begun developing a basic AI-driven apparatus that can generate cohesion in water and produce controlled shapes for basic actions. I've told the top brass these can turn any body of water into an autonomous weapon. Deep down, I'm hoping it can be used as easily deployed search and rescue units. Imagine a flood turned back on itself to aid those in the rubble. I was not ready for Grandpa to use the word clout twice in his diary. Okay, so this isn't about immortality, but this is about just his other projects that he was hoping would help humanity. I really like that idea of like him specifically trying to harness like the movement of water to save people in a flood. That's really good. Entry 530. Research into Project Shadow is in full swing. The first step has been learning how to siphon Chaos Emerald energy and apply it to living tissue. To that end, I've developed the Chaos Drives. Direct application seems too harsh. Any organism that could directly interface with an emerald would be fearsome indeed. Haha! The initial tests were promising, so we're now moving on to the next stage in trials. Chow Garden mentioned. Yeah, no, it was already canon that Gerald developed the Chaos Drives, which is why they're dropped by all of the gun robots, because they used Gerald's research. The initial tests were promising, so we're now moving on to the next stage in trials. I will be using salamanders for their regenerative abilities and manageable size. We will begin applying Chaos Drives to the test subject and see how its vitals respond, and that's where we get the bio lizard. That's cool. That's cool. Also, thank you for explaining why it's a lizard. I've mostly just laughed at the fact that it goes from giant lizard to tiny hedgehog, but a lot of people treat that as like a genuine like lore problem. So it's cool that there's now writing to explain that. I really like that. And to keep Gun from breathing down my neck, I'm supplying them with Chaos Drives as batteries for their mechanized division. I loathe powering engines of war, but sacrifices have to be made if I'm to save Maria. I'll figure something out in the long run. I am a genius after all. So this is more than a descent into madness. This is him like slowly but surely sacrificing more of his principles to try and get his ultimate project done. Yeah, sure, we'll placate them by giving them the batteries for their weapons, all the way to building the Eclipse cannon for them. I really like this. There's a bio-lizard. 568. Project Shadow has reached an impasse. The subject exhibits accelerated cellular growth to the point it cannot support its own biological systems. I've developed an external life support system to compensate, but it will need to be upgraded and redesigned as the subject continues to grow. The way it thrashes and roars, it seems to is uncontrollable. Furthermore, it is generating unexplained energetic reactions. Is this an expression of the Chaos Emerald's power? Can a living thing produce such energy? Can it be controlled? There are too many questions, and unfortunately the answers lie in this bio-lizard's life. I will keep it alive and comfortable as alive and as comfortable as I can until I have the answers I need. I found a region in the Ark that should be able to safely house it while we continue our experiments. I'm not sure what I will tell Maria. I do not want to lie to her, but I think the truth is too cruel. A region in the Ark that should be able to safely house it. The truth is too cruel. Just like forcibly containing it, or? I don't think I understand that. I like how the boss arena? Yeah, I suppose so. It's knowing that he was so central in the design of the Ark, it is odd to say I found a region in the Ark, but I guess he just means like there is a region that should be useful, and I've realized it can serve this purpose. And I guess then he'll build the Emerald Shrine for the cannon reactor core. I like that how his pen runs out of ink and he has to use a new one. That's a nice detail. True, right here, but it will need to be upgraded. Yeah, no, I really like this. Entry 589. Maria is growing into a lovely young woman. It breaks my heart that someone as bright and energetic as her is diminished by disease. There are no visible effects, and I've caught my fellow researchers muttering to each other, doubting her illness. It is infuriating. I find all my reason and restraint vanishes when she's slighted. And yet she remains an unending font of possibility? Is that font? Okay, I didn't, font of positivity. I said possibility before, like a fountain, okay. Even on her worst days, when the fear and pain take hold, she tells me she endures for the day when she can return home. She has total faith in me, and that Project Shadow will cure her. Her family back on Earth has no such faith. It's been so long. Some of the researchers actually think she was born here. Her family either wants her better or wants her home. I can do neither. Somehow their scorn is harsher than the government or the military's increasing pressure for more weapons research. Cartoon version of that one photo of them. Add Gerald to Fortnite. Yeah? Ah, it's the boy! Entry 616. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and I am a desperate man. That is a scribbled out Black Doom. The Black Comet returned to Earth on its 50-year orbit. I had no idea it actually harbored aliens? Aboard it was Black Doom. In several more words. Somehow he knew about the Chaos Emeralds and seemed impressed with my work. He offered me a Faustian deal. I accepted. Using his DNA, I was able to overcome every hurdle Project Shadow had put before me. The small, sturdy biped I developed can perfectly interact with Chaos Emerald energy. Black Doom wanted me to craft a herald for his future invasion. Gun wants Project Shadow to generate undying soldiers for them. I will play them both for fools. Entry 620. When I launched Project Shadow, initially I named it with scorn and mockery. I was trying to grab hold of an intangible goal. Later, it sounded appropriately villainous as I was toying with the fundamentals of life itself. But then, Maria looked upon the unfinished specimen and put things into a whole new perspective. A shadow tells you which way to go to find the light. In an instant, she cut through all my pessimism and doubt and filled me with hope. Shadow, as she's come to call him, will not be some dark creature, but a champion of life and hope. I would not have seen that if not for Maria. She is truly a remarkable person who will, that ends with an N, will soon, there's not enough space for that, do great and wondrous things for the world. I must save her, no matter the costs. Was there anything else in the Doom thing? Don't lie, Maria, you named him Shadow because he's black. No one put that much thought into names. That's stupid. No, that's why Sega named him Shadow. All right. I see the Eclipse cannon. Oh boy. Yeah, no, he hasn't even built the cannon yet. He's already seen Black Doom though, so when they ask him to make a giant cannon, he's gonna be like, yeah, sure, it'll kill the aliens. That's why I'm doing it. I'm not sacrificing any of my principles. Entry 633. I now understand why this being was named Geyzoid in the ancient tongue. In the ancient tongue, it means everything. According to the stone tablet, if the Geyzoid establishes a link with someone, the Geyzoid will swear loyalty to that person. Perhaps it still lacks Chaos Emerald energy, but it has been saying the word link to me in broken tones. It went on to explain, show me your true strength and I shall obey. I am all things, and all shall belong to me. So, as it suggested, I brought before it my collection of model guns and fired them all. Then suddenly it said, I shall follow your every command and never leave your side. And since then it refuses to listen to anyone but me. While it still is a fearsome weapon of destruction, while it remains under my control, at least it won't be used for evil. However, if someone with evil intentions ever forms a link with the Geyzoid, I don't even want to think about what will happen. I must research how one can re-establish a link with the Geyzoid. So that's all about Sonic Battle. It's really interesting that we're still getting Sonic Battle lore this far on. The Geyzoid, like, that you would think would be just this like extra weird fighting game spin-off, but the Geyzoids are then relevant to Sonic Advance 3 and Sonic Chronicles. And it's Battle that establishes that Gerald researched the Geyzoid. So it was already a fairly big thing there, but they followed up on it in a pretty significant way. Hell, the IDW comics are canon now, so Gemerald, the one that was made in Advance 3, is still around, and it like helps out the heroes from time to time. Entry 640. The upper echelon is going crazy. Perhaps they aim to freeze Project Shadow. Soon the ultimate life form, Shadow, will be completed. The application to my granddaughter is also imminent. I cannot just let them stop my study at this point, because I am the only one who can save my granddaughter's life. Entry 642. The higher-ups are threatening to shut down this research facility. I had no choice but to hand them the Geysoid to buy more time for my research. I tried to be careful and commanded it to never absorb any dangerous technologies. However, I have heard that other researchers have been making the Geysoid absorb weapons. Apparently, the way to cause the Geysoid to form a new link is to show it power that surpasses that of its former master. While this poses immense danger, I cannot risk losing Maria. Got it. You gave Gunn the Geysoid! I actually didn't know that. I don't know the story of Battle in depth. I don't really... If I remember, the Geysoid just kind of... I think Eggman, like, finds it and tries to use it, and then at some point, it just, like, washes ashore, and the heroes start to interact with it. And, of course, the, like, becoming loyal to those who show it more power than its previous master, that's because it's a fighting game. Entry 650. The top brass still aren't satisfied. The Geysoid isn't big enough or flashy enough for them. Fine. I've developed a weapon I'm calling the Eclipse Cannon. It taps directly into the Ark's central reactor to produce an unethical degree of firepower. They'll love it. However, to use it on any target on Earth would destroy the world. They'll never be able to fire it. Checkmate. It will, however, be the perfect tool to deal with the Black Arms when they return. Eclipse means shadow. This is Shadow's cannon, my gift to him in a battle he never asked for. I'm so sorry. God. He made it so powerful on purpose so that Gunn couldn't use it. He, like, speed ran the mutually assured destruction. Wow. Ugh. Mutually assured destruction doesn't quite work there, but it's the closest thing I could think of. Whew. Yeah, I was expecting they would ask for it, but no, he straight up is like, this'll shut him up. God. Entry 651. Maria doesn't know the full scope of what Shadow has been designed for, but she understands he will be under tremendous strain. She's helped me conceptualize a number of accessories that will help, oh God, that will help focus his power and aid in his mobility. Okay, so we've got the inhibitor rings, we've got... that's the time, the clock gimmick that's on the Ark. That's also referenced in the way that the time challenges look in White Space. But yeah, there's a couple stages on the Ark where you hit this clock thing and it freezes time. Gerald invented that, apparently. I'd never thought about that as an in-universe functional thing. I'd only considered that as far as level design. This is a good bit of backfilling for the lore. I really like that. I'm also researching chaos control to see if I can gain an understanding of it before Shadow awakens. The power to stop time and space is incredible, and I don't want him to have to try to learn its intricacies on his own. So he built this specifically to stop time to study chaos control. Okay. Ah, and Maria drew the shoes. Deep down, I know this program is superficial, tangential at best. The larger issues remain. Something the president, the government, my family. Progress is superficial, not project. Project's not superficial. I did think that was weird. Ugh. Placating the president, the government, my family. I've gleaned that there's a rift growing between my sons. My love for them shouldn't be a divisive issue. I'm running out of time. Rift growing between my sons. Is that gonna be why Eggman doesn't really have a connection with his family? Like, his dad doesn't like the rest of them anymore? Shadow's Eggman's uncle, if you think about it. Oh, I have. Entry 670. It has been a whirlwind of events as of late. Shadow's awake. Project Shadow is complete, and Shadow has awakened. I pre-programmed a great deal of data into his mind, but his ability to parse it out and apply it to his situation is remarkable. All of his vitals are strong, and there seems to be no signs of instability or mutation. He stands in stark contrast to the monster we have sealed below decks. Oh, the truth is too cruel in that, like, yeah, we've just sealed away the bio-lizard, and it's never coming out. Sorry, I didn't fully understand that a while ago, but no, what he was saying is we're done with the bio-lizard. It doesn't serve us any purpose, but I'm not going to kill this thing. It's going below decks. Okay. And Maria doesn't know about it. This is a reference to another piece of art that was done for Sonic Channel, I think. That drawing of Shadow and Maria. So is this, actually. It's cute. Yeah, Shadow takes classes with Maria. But all successes of the physical and mental prowess come second to his relationship to Maria. I had hoped they'd get along, but it's far better than that. She is his guide to the world, and he is her stalwart companion. Never have I seen such instant mutual friendship and trust between two beings. I'm truly moved. They remind me why I've been working so hard. They bring me home. Bring me hope. Bring me hope. Back on Earth, my son and Maria's parents have been blessed with another little girl. Oh, my son and blah blah. Wait. My son and Maria's parents, well, okay, have been blessed with another little girl. They've already run tests, and she has none of the genetic markers linked to Maria's condition. While this was welcomed news, the unspoken commentary was received loud and clear. Ah, that's dark. Well, this one won't die on us. Gerald stole our little girl. Here's our new one that's perfect. I must save Maria. I must get my family back. Shadow, you are the key to it all. Entry 670? 706? Ooh. The last one is 670. This one's 706. My worst fears have come true. The Geysoid has absorbed enough weaponry and technology that it has started to get out of control. The resulting rampage resulted in the destruction of most of the Ark. I have deciphered the rest of the stone tablet. It says, when the Geysoid had learned all that it could, it became a god of wrath, and all was destroyed. The researchers somehow managed to subdue the Geysoid and sealed it away. Luckily, it only had one Chaos Emerald installed. If it were to have all 7 emeralds installed, it might destroy the whole planet. The Geysoid is too much of a liability. I tried destroying its core, but nothing I did worked. I understand too little of the technology that built him. My best hope is to try and reprogram its AI into a free-willed, emotions-based AI. Jeez. And that's what's in the beginning of Shadow Generations Dark Beginnings, is that flashback where Shadow has to fight the Geysoid aboard the Ark. So I don't think the Geysoid was it built by the Echidnas, or did they just like inherit it? The Echidnas used the Geysoid for a while. Entry, oh God, I'm hitting the shoulder buttons by mistake. Entry number, I've lost track of the days. Not very scientific of me. I'm strained. Something has to give. The Geysoid's rampage caused the artificial chaos to behave erratically. I attempted to regain control by inverting the polarity of the artificial chaos. Instead, they became violent. He is crying on the page. So this is the explanation for why the artificial chaos are out of control in Lost Impact in Shadow the Hedgehog. Ian Flint's so good at tying it all together, bringing up stuff that no one would ever think would be relevant again. Instead, they became violent. Shadow raced through the Ark, pacifying them quite expertly, but the damage is done. Hero mission of Lost Impact is canon. An SOS was sent to Gun automatically. I dread the litigious reprimanding I'll have to endure next. Oh, good God! Oh, it's beginning. Also, I really like how this is a more gradual thing. So whenever Maria's death makes him go wacko, you know, it's no longer like one big thing that flips a switch. Like, it is the straw that broke the camel's back of years of struggle with Gun, and things going wrong with the project. I really, really like that. Like, we're already seeing pieces of him, like, just breaking at certain points. Oh, okay. Got a bunch of math and a bunch of things I can't read. Heritage of the part I dug out. Heritage looks right, but doesn't sound right. Of the part I dug out. Guyzoid. And the ultimate life form. I created my own hand. I equipped both weapons with heart. If all powers are not what is to be obtained for oneself, but what is to be born from hearts that yearn for someone, I believe all conflicts should cease to exist. Phoebe, if there is anyone listening to my praxis, bring hope to humanity. Phoebe. Prayers. Praxis. It is prayers. The R and the S are so scrunched together. This becomes really hard to read at certain points. Listening to my prayers bring hope to humanity. Please. Please? Not Phoebe. Sorry, the cursive into the E, it's please. It's just please if there's any... That doesn't not look like Phoebe. Actually, Phoebe is spelled O-E, not E-O. God, I hate the way I'm undermining this. I don't... Ooh. Isn't Phoebe a Pokemon? Phoebe's a human name. No. What happens, or... It is a mistake to... Was it a mistake to create the Wait. I don't quite know what happened or what went wrong. Was it a mistake to create the ultimate life form? This is the Adventure 2. This is the Adventure 2 diary. It's happened. I guess there wouldn't be one that's just like, yeah, Maria's dead now. No, it happened. Was it a mistake to create the ultimate life form? I thought it would be something that would benefit mankind. But then the military guards landed on the colony that day. They were sent to destroy the research project that I had been working on. My colleagues at the research facility, my granddaughter, Maria, I hope you are all safe. Ones and zeros. The colony was completely shut down, probably to keep the prototype from falling into the wrong hands. The Ark was shut down under the pretense that there had been an accident. I found Maria's name among those who died when the Ark was shut down. She meant everything to me, and I couldn't bear the thought that she died because of my research. I lost everything. I had nothing more to live for. I went insane. All I could think about was to avenge her, somehow, some way. I got scared as I was no longer able to control my thoughts. All I could think about was that I wanted it all to end. Based on my original projections, I was able to complete my project, Shadow. I designed its mind to be perfect, pure. I will leave everything to him. If you wish, release and awaken it to the world. If you wish to fill the world with destruction. Yes, that is a voice line. That's the inciting dialogue for the final story of Sonic Adventure 2. Rouge reads this out, and it, then switches to Gerald narrating it as like the reveal that Gerald is the key to the arc going haywire. Property of the Eggman Empire. Gun internal inventory ID code, or inventory ID code internal use only. Wow, it just like changed. This was his last entry and then she died. Whew. Wow. That was really good. I really like all the details in that. And also it was just genuinely heartbreaking. Add one more notch onto Shadow having a bizarrely filled in complex backstory next to every other character. Okay. Was there anything I wanted to look at again? What is the deal with this early, gigantic, insane entry? The all-powerful blah blah. The blah blah held the power to bind a soul. He will destroy the entire... Yeah, I don't know about that one. That one's confusing and interesting. It's also interesting, like, a lot of it is just, like, clearly, like, flavor, just redacted stuff because this is a gun file, like, uber classified gun file detailing a massacre they committed and a project that they were secretly working on. But a lot of these are also, like, not as easy to interpret as others. Like, there are like little crumbs in here that may not ever be followed up on, but like just enough is left vague that they could still expand on this a little bit. Very cool. All right, folks. Not quite a 30-minute stream. We're not done yet. That took a long time to read, but every bit was worth it. I really enjoyed that. All right, folks. We have one remaining S rank to get. I saved this for last so that we'd have a little sense of finale here in the post game. The sense of finality. I'm good at reading today and speaking and expressing comprehensible thoughts. Into the Doom Zone, baby. I'll let it play out. Why not? Whee! We gotta go S-rank Devil Doom, baby. Okay, so I think I got a C rank last time. I don't remember if I died. I don't remember it being like difficult. I just like wasn't gonna interrupt the first attempt by S-ranking Metal Overlord was absolute hell for me because I didn't notice there was a Chaos Control rail thing. Oh yeah, that's like necessary for that S-rank. It was hell for me even after I discovered that though. I was real bad. All right, baby. I could have just taken that pulley, but we gotta feel cool. We're going in the normal way. You did it without it. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, it's both frustrating and like kind of satisfying feeling to realize there was a much easier way to do a thing after you've done it the hard way. It does feel cool that you were able to do it anyway. I've definitely had lots of moments like that on stream in various games. All right, we are here. Almost. I said it too early. It's fine. Don't need you. Let's stomp right in there. Okay. We've S-ranked both of these. I know I haven't S-ranked the non-Doomwing ones, but we've got to get better than a C rank on Devil Doom, folks. All right. We are going in. Let's see. I've got all the songs now, so... Where is I Am All of Me? Come on. Gotta be here. I almost want to do Final Haunt. Final Fortress, BioLizard. Wow, is there not actually a... Is I Am All of Me not here? Odd. Okay. They put a lot into the music and it like fitting the cool moment. So that wouldn't fit at all. Please do that one. Rights issue maybe after the whole live and learn thing. Oh, are there any Crush 40 songs? I'm not seeing any, but I'm also just not seeing vocal songs except for like the ones where there's like the tiny bits of vocals in the stages. No, I want to say it's less because of that and more just because of a focus on stage themes. Screw it. We're gonna be funny with it. I love Final Haunt. It's a good song. All right. I was more than 5,000 points short of the S rank. I don't know if this is gonna be hard. Hi.
The time has come, Shadow.
Playing Splash Hill Zone over this.
Time to sever this bond between us forever.
I'm also kind of surprised you can't just like swap out other level themes in from this game. Other boss themes, like play What I'm Made Of over this instead.
And we have a gamer.
Ah, we have a gamer. Thank you for following, Kiwi. Much appreciated. Forgot about that alert. I really did. Oh yeah, no, this starts off with Squid.
You are made to serve my will.
That's okay.
Join with me, as you were made to do.
I think I mostly just need to take fewer hits. All right. Gotcha. Where does this get me?
Did you think I wouldn't surpass you?
Okay. Feels good so far. That's right. This was kind of just like another Metal Overlord fight. Oh, I really could have used all those rings. All right. Apparently I can't land the hit if there's not a prompt telling me to push L and R. Wow, I became real terrible there. I fell. Starting bit was just Metal Overlord, but way easier, yeah. And there's not a hard mode for this fight, so this is just gonna be the normal intended thing. So this, I have to think, is gonna be quite a bit easier than the other S ranks. Kick him!
I wouldn't surpass you.
More rings. Good, good, good. Good, and I want to get that ramp. That's probably more important. Okay. Got him. I feel like I missed a lot of those on the first attempt. That's really gonna be the thing that cinches it. Okay, now we're in morph form. That's right, this is actually what ruined me.
Perhaps I have underestimated your power. Perhaps I should actually start trying.
Hollow threats from a hollow monster.
That's crazy to hear Black Doom say.
This isn't good.
I've decided Shadow gets his cockiness from Black Doom. Ooh, okay, I wasn't really sure what was happening for a minute there.
Take this.
All right, feeling okay. This isn't good. Did I say that? Was there a line of dialogue? Ah! Wait, okay. Shadow said that while he was punching. Okay. Ah, I lost all the rings. Hopefully that doesn't be the... Hopefully that won't be the thing that kills me. They kind of make it a little harder to fail on the launching with the Doom Morph here. Like, it's valid both to just swing and to do the launch. Sonic didn't get absorbed by the Time Eater because he's fast. Shadow for the same reason. Big survived because he was too fat. Neo Devil Doom! There should be a mod that changes Gerald's diary to replace Shadow with Big the Cat whenever he's mentioned. Imagine if Big was peak living condition. You mean he's not? At least as far as just like chilling with his friend at all times, that's pretty peak.
A testament to my bloodline. See yourself as what you really are.
I am nothing like you. I have surpassed you. Time to end this.
Ah! Yeah, by this point it's playing All Hail Shadow, and instead we've got final haunt here. All right, feeling okay. Definitely feeling faster than the first time. Up. That's okay. Oh, that just slows me down. Doesn't seem to really do much of anything. At least I remain hopeful. I can fire Chaos Spears. I don't know if that does anything. He deals a lot of damage when I get a hit now. I deal a lot of damage when I get a hit now. I'm not getting enough rings. It's like barely registering that I'm in the final phase because of the song. But the song literally has final in it. Ah, there it is.
Your future is already decided. We will be one.
No. Sometimes I forget Black Doom can use Chaos Control, even though, like, he's the reason Shadow can use Chaos Control. Both Sonic 06 and Forces happened because Shadow bullied someone and then forgot about it. That's true.
I will not be stopped.
I really love the moment here. Doom can do it without an emerald. That's correct. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, no. Or he can do it because Shadow has the emerald right now and their blood is linked. I'm not sure which one Ian Flynn would prefer.
Deny what you are. We are one in the same.
Shadow definitively needs an emerald, though. But yes, Doom can almost certainly do it without an emerald.
This is the destiny I choose.
This cutscene really doesn't land with this song.
Now, to end this.
I crafted everything up till now. And yet, you deny me!
Shadow had to be super to defeat the first Devil Doom. Now to defeat an even stronger Devil Doom, he doesn't need to be super. He does need to be an Eldritch Horror alien thing, though. He's dead again, for real this time. No, they wrote into this game a reason for him to come back that could definitely work in the future as well. I got an A! I have to do it again? 3 seconds was the time difference. All right. We're changing song. To another one that doesn't fit, to be clear. I was 3 seconds too slow, yeah. Some rings might have made a difference. Because it's not just about time as much as it acts like it is. Would skipping the cutscene have done it? No. I'm kind of leaning toward that. I already used Black Bull. I really like Central City. I've said this before, people sleep on Shadow the Hedgehog's soundtrack. People, for a while it was a talking point that it was bad and unmemorable. It's good, sorry. Lost impact. We were just talking about it. Shadow's fighting Devil Doom and just like inexplicably gets flashbacks to slaughtering the artificial chaos. This is gonna get old so fast, which is why I'm doubling down.
You were made to serve my will. Now, join with me as you were made to do.
Find at your own peril. Did you think I wouldn't surpass you?
Yeah, that 3 seconds could be made up in a variety of ways. Just like being better at hitting the meteors here, or not screwing up on some Doom Morph portions is really gonna be the main thing. Okay, I actually didn't need to switch rails there, it kind of looked like. Shouldn't you be boosting? I can't really on the morph. Or on the squid.
Perhaps I have underestimated your power. Perhaps I should actually start trying.
Okay, that even felt a little bit faster. I was already acclimated to the morph parts. Okay.
This isn't good.
This isn't good. Oh, okay, he did say that. Good, good, good. That was definitely faster. Okay. Wait. Oh, man, that's gonna be the 3 seconds, though. Still gonna go for it. That definitely went a little slower than the first phase, but that's okay. I'm running with it. I can't skip this. It makes sense that during this, Shadow would be thinking about the most traumatic thing that ever happened to him. Having to wander the halls of the Ark for 3 hours looking for artificial chaos. Finest investment. I missed that line. Oh, I also could have made up that 3 seconds by just not hitting one of the walls here.
I am nothing like you. I have surpassed you. Time to end.
Oh, it said instrument? Oh, God. I'm so sure I saw the word investment, but I wasn't listening, so. Stop pointing out my mistakes. I'm embarrassed. This sucks and is bad. Oh, there are rings over here I didn't use, even when I knew they were here. You're just stock market brained. That's the most correct insult you've ever said to me. Feeling better? There's one dialogue line from Omega saying something along the lines of, Shadow, I believe you should be able to morph your arm into a gun. Yes, correct, I saw that. Really good. Okay, this is definitely going faster. Now, that tiny bit left in his health bar. Has that always happened? That's always happened. Has it? I don't remember this for some reason. Yes, I do, I think. I'm just gonna constantly change my beliefs. Actually, I do think this is going more slowly.
Your future is already decided.
It's not always happened. He's usually dead by now. So I did worse that time. I think you got a faster cycle last time. Yeah, no, I think you're right. I have to watch this whole thing. I'm sorry, I mean, this cutscene's really cool, and it's funny how unfitting music is playing during it. You really do have to watch the whole thing because it's all part of... You need the highest tempo song they have. Clearly! I just wasn't going fast enough because I was just vibing. Because he didn't mash enough when hitting him. Yeah, I was having that problem with earlier bosses as well. Because it's not just like mash as fast as you can. There's like a rhythm they want, kind of, and I haven't been doing it consistently. That was really good with the music. This part is not skippable.
This is the destiny I choose.
We are now noticing the little bits of the game that are like, okay, Sonic Team, why do you always have to be Sonic Team? But it's really great that with this game, that's pretty much limited to why is there not a late game radar for the screws? Why is it basically required to look up a guide to find all of them? And then also, why can't you skip a cutscene? Otherwise, not a lot of garbage. That's very standard stuff that you could expect from Nintendo. He blowed up again. And it was slower. Ah! It's getting so close each time, though. 14 seconds. Okay, yeah, it's all about the speed here. They worked really hard on these cutscenes, and they worked really hard on hiding the screws, so we need to suffer. Correct. You have to watch them every time! In a boss that we've explicitly made replay. The rings do count, but not as much as the time. What is the highest tempo song? Wait. As soon as I finished, I was like, ah, bingo highway! I'm doing it this time, folks. This is gonna be the one. Gotta mash better.
You were made to serve my will. Now, do it with me, as you were made to do.
Fine.
All right, I've hit all of those so far.
Yeah. Did you think I wouldn't surpass you?
Good. But yes, rings count, so I do want to get as many as I can. And try my best not to lose them, but I don't think it's a run killer if I do. I think I got some extra boulders that time that I didn't normally get. I want to say this is the fastest I've gotten to the morph stage.
Perhaps I have underestimated your power. Perhaps I should actually start trying.
I lost rings. Oh well.
Hollow threats cover hollow modesty.
Some of them do like a really big amount of damage on that last hit, and then some don't, and I'm not really sure what it is. Nope. If I fall, I'm restarting there. I think the morph stage is really doing me poorly there. Can you beat Shadow Generations without looking at the color black? No, incidentally. Well, that kind of sucked, but not enough to make me mad.
Did you think I wouldn't surpass you?
If you're blind, then yes, actually. But you're probably not gonna beat it blind. I suppose... I suppose colorblind, but I don't know how many forms of color blindness exclude black. That was bad. Sorry. It would be impressive for Sega to make a video game so dedicated to accessibility that a blind person can finish it, though. Good, good. Okay, that was me mashing as hard as I could, as fast as I could. That was pretty bad, but not enough that it's a problem, I don't think. Okay, phase two, phase two, phase two.
restart.
Oh, wow. Okay, I screwed up that early? This is gonna be a normal length stream. I cannot believe it. Now, it hasn't been an insane, hasn't been an insane amount of time on this, but it has mostly been the diary, but still. It's not my fault Sega made the big cutscene unskippable. Did he shoot a grapple point away? Like Shadow fired a grapple point into nothing? Or did Black Doom like cut off a grapple point with one of his attacks? All right, phase finished. I swear I saw Doom destroy a grapple point. Oh, yeah, okay. Destroy one of the morph balls. Maybe. That would really suck.
Perhaps I have underestimated your power. Perhaps I should actually start trying.
Okay.
Hollow threats of a hollow monster.
Big bonk.
This isn't good.
Oh, okay. I need to angle for these higher paths.
Take this.
Whoa. There's a lower path, too, that I could have... That would have been faster if I had launched up at that second grapple point.
To serve my will. Now, join me, as you were made to do.
Find your own peril.
I really love Shadow saying, defy me at your own peril. I swear Doom and Shadow are talking more like each other in this fight in tiny bits. The defy me at your own peril sounds like Doom. And then Doom later says that thing about maybe I should start trying. I didn't even attempt my Black Doom voice there. What's up with me?
Maybe I should start trying.
That wasn't that different, but I had to go deeper in the throat. I can't focus. I can't focus on that. I got more important stuff going on.
Perhaps I have underestimated your power. Perhaps I should actually start trying.
Yeah. He also just doesn't sound like the old Black Doom, right? Maybe that's why it sounded off to me when I did that. I'm mimicking the old Black Doom. He doesn't sound bad, but it's not the same. He's getting in that air shot on me consistently. Yeah, I noticed that, but I think it's pretty necessary for me to do it quick.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't think the rings are gonna make the difference.
Reach. Reach.
Oh, come on, I swung instead of launching.
You were made to serve my will. Now, join with me, as you were made to do.
If I remember right, Black Doom's voice in this game is Ben Diskin, who plays Mega Man in Mega Man 11. He's also just a pretty prolific voice actor on top of that. But he's Mega Man in Mega Man 11. when I've watched some DVDs, I've been disking. There is a higher one there. He does destroy that grapple point. Okay, there is a higher morph ball that I can launch to and get to an even higher path.
You will need to serve my will.
Sorry that we haven't even gotten close to a complete run in a little bit. I did get really close to the S rank on the first attempt, so maybe I need to be less worried whenever I fail a thing. Just hope I get the time to save elsewhere, but that cutscene's so long, y'all. All right, feeling good. But again, this part's the easy bit, so. That cycle's consistent, but that's also the easy part.
Perhaps I have underestimated your power. Perhaps I should actually stop.
Oh, wow, you can skip like the whole thing there.
Hollow threads from a hollow monster.
Yeah, that path was a lot faster.
This isn't good.
Okay. Got you. Reach, 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 baby.
Reach.
Oh, God! I have really screwed up there. That was not near as fast as I could have done that. I'm still gonna run with it. Though I'm doubtful. Maybe I should time it and like if I'm clearly gonna finish like within. No, I got it. No, that's too much work. Ah! One more hit and I'm gonna start over. I really needed to not hit that wall.
Time to end this once and for all. Yeah.
Can I destroy anything with... I really don't know what the Chaos Spear does for me here. I'm starting over. What an insane character design on Doom today, by the way. Just... It's the old Devil Doom, but he's got a giant ball sack.
Yeah. Did you think I wouldn't surpass you?
about this?
Kind of on autopilot for this portion.
Perhaps I have underestimated your power. Perhaps I should actually start trying.
Hollow threats from a hollow monster.
Okay. First part takes like exactly 1 minute, pretty much, yeah. Okay. Feeling okay, but this part is where I always mess up. It's a long one. Okay. Ah, dang it. I'll run with that. That was a small enough delay that I think it can be saved. Okay. I feel like I was able to successfully save time in other places, so that delay hopefully won't be a big deal. But actually what killed my run last time somehow was taking too long on this final phase.
Splendid, Shadow. Truly splendid. You are truly
Finest instrument. Fine.
a testament to my blood.
Investment makes sense too.
Yourself as what you really are.
I am nothing like you. I have surpassed you. Time to end this once and for all.
Okay, I can use the Chaos Spear on those attacks that he does. I don't know if that's worthwhile. Based on reflecting enough. I think you're right, but then I don't know if the Chaos Spear just destroys that or does reflect as well. I missed those. Those would be slightly faster too. These dash rings. I am afraid I'm a little behind. Nope, that's it. Okay. Yeah, hit CL. I'm just gonna mash it. And I'm just gonna already be mashing Y. Even though this isn't part of the timer, but. Okay, when do I mash Y? Because I'm not doing this anymore. Yeah, that's not gonna matter though. That should be an S. Yeah, that one felt good. That one felt correct. It started the music over because it's supposed to switch songs there. I didn't notice that on the first two. I've grown used to the song. It fits. I've decided. I've decided this is a perfectly reasonable alternative.
This is the destiny I choose.
Not anymore. It was earlier.
Now, to end this.
I crafted everything up till now, and yet you deny me! Shadow, you!
He says, come on, it had to have been on purpose. The thing I said earlier about them sounding like each other. Later in the same fight, after Shadow says, defy me at your own peril, he goes, yet you deny me. That's an S. Good. Only barely, though. 730 points. Of course, I did win by a larger margin than I lost last time. If that means anything to you. All right. That's it. The game's done. I did everything there is to do in Shadow Generations. Had I known what I was getting into, I may have chosen not to do the screws. Or at least, like, planned on how I dealt with them. Because when I did Super Mario Sunshine, I had a list of the screws. Sorry. I had a list of the screws in front of me that I made ahead of time where I listed them in vague ways where I, like, would know to check them off as I got them. So I'd know how close I was and a vague idea of the ones that were left. But, so I would do that had I played this game before. But otherwise, this game's got a much larger scope than I was expecting from it. It's a fairly reasonable scope. It's not like Pikmin 4 where it just kept going and going. Not that that's a complaint. I loved Pikmin 4 and I love how big it is, but this game, it only kept going and going because I couldn't find the collectibles. If I knew where if I had a better idea of where to look for the collectibles, it would have been done like 2 streams sooner. But still, I did not expect to get 7 streams out of this. And for the 7th one to be decently sized. We're at an hour, 40 minutes. That is it for Shadow Generations. Before we finish up, before I say goodbye, I want to return this world to something resembling normal. It's gotta look nice. It's gotta look nice. Gotta tell everyone I saved the world. Good job, me. Please ignore that this is still a horrifying time anomaly that shouldn't exist in the first place. Thank you, pals, for joining me for this. Particularly on this unusual stream day. I normally stream, this is now for the benefit of new people in the audience. I usually stream at 6:30 p.m. Central Time on Mondays and Fridays. Now that this game is finished, I will be returning to The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom starting Monday. I got like 40 streams into that and then took nearly a year off of it. We're going to finally try and get that done. So that's what the next couple weeks, probably couple months, are going to be dedicated to. I will, in the coming weeks, try to establish a dual game schedule where Monday is Tears of the Kingdom, Friday is something else, something to that effect. But for the near future, we're going to be focusing wholeheartedly on Tears of the Kingdom so I can finally get that albatross from around my neck. Thank you, pals, for joining me. This was fun. This is a really good game. Probably better than Sonic Generations, which is crazy to say. Crazy to say. This is pretty much like my ideal formula for a Sonic game. I love to call that game an albatross. I do. At all times, always. I was really, really impressed with this. I really love the open world format kept to like a reasonable minimum. More of just like one giant Mario Odyssey kingdom kind of, while still keeping the focus on the action stages. Really, really good. Kind of an inverse of what Sonic Frontiers was going for. I loved Sonic Frontiers, but this is definitely more ideal, I think, for this franchise. So I really, really liked this. Thank you all for joining me. Hopefully I'll see you on Monday for some Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, 6:30 p.m. on Monday. Starting that up. And again, my normal schedule is 6:30 on Mondays and Fridays. Hope to see y'all then. Woo-wah! Oh, my heart is still sunken from the Gerald journal. That was the best part of the stream, genuinely. It was just sitting there and reading that. That was really, really good. Did I say goodbye or good night? I feel like I said good night.